What
Go
what he's
ahead.
saying what he's saying is when we say that we're trying to find ourselves, we're pretty much getting used to being alone, and then we start liking it too much, and then we end up alone. Like just in women's terms. Does that make sense?
You like
Yeah,
yourself?
and again, once they get into a relationship with a man,
Yeah. He's
they
annoying.
he's needy, he's annoying,
Yeah,
he's
I get
this,
it.
he's that. Is everything to complain about because you conditioned yourself to worry
No,
solely for yourself.
But how do you? So my question would
no.
be, if you are single, there's there's nobody. Do you recruit a guy to take care? I'm just trying to figure out what is the alternative in this situation, because I know it ain't nowhere in the Bible say you should just be hopping homes. I can assure you, I ain't read it from the beginning to the end, but I got a feeling that ain't what it said.
I never said that that is what it said.
So I
All that
wanted
I'm
to know for
saying is
you, what does it look like? I'm sorry.
all that I'm saying is when I hear women say that, what I hear is they're developing the muscle to remain selfish throughout their time period, but throughout their life. That's why so many women now openly say that they are okay with being alone.
But it
Okay,
is, you're
Ben.
not
So she's
answering my
asking. Okay, so she's asking you. Okay, now let's just say that that is the truth, right? What should
Okay.
women be doing, in your opinion? What should women be doing if they shouldn't? If they shouldn't be alone for so long, what should they be doing during this time? Is what
if
she.
God hasn't presented them with their husband yet.
Yeah, just answer that question in your opinion.
G-
Um,
Getting finer.
Oh wow, that was out there.
what
Find
you
us so he
say,
can
Cookie?
find you.
I said getting finer so you can attract the right man, that you the man that you want, getting healthy, working out, making sure you're
But that's
presentable
still,
for.
that's
I
independent.
mean,
That's
those.
still you
Hold
concentrating
on,
on
hold
you.
on, hold on, y'all. I want to hear what Viz advice is to
He
women.
can't answer it. He's not going to be able to answer that.
Hold on,
I
Grill.
mean,
Yeah.
I think the easiest and most simplest response to that is self development, um, and where you're making yourself better in those areas, right?
But
So
that's
if
self development. I think that's the same thing she said, right?
being
It's
selfish,
the same thing. I'm not being selfish. I'm basically enjoying myself. I'm experiencing myself. That's not being selfish. I never said that I wouldn't want to share with anybody, but in order for to know what I like, why not do it for my by myself until I find somebody? And that way, once I get that person, me and that person will do it together if they want to do this particular activity. That's what I was basically saying. That's what I like to do while I'm single. Why wouldn't I do these things? And when I get with somebody, we're gonna do it together. Never said
that's that's
selfish.
that's fair. All that I was saying is when I hear women say what you said, typically what they add on to that is that this is their time to be selfish, where they don't have to take on any accountability. I don't have to answer to anyone else. Now, if that's not what you're doing, or if that's not your end goal, and you want to create these scenarios and be this person for that person, then
Yeah.
that's something different. But I think as a whole, what we hear on the panels is that when women say that, they say that because they want to be selfish. They're justifying why they want to remain selfish and not get into a relationship because they're focused on themselves.
I think women who say things like that, sometimes they have bad experiences in the past. So what they want to do is basically erase all those memories and be able to create new ones with themselves. So sometimes they come from trauma, and that's why they say certain things like that. I don't really have too much trauma, so I don't mind experiencing new things with
Okay,
other people.
gotcha. Let me get mistaken in there. Then let me run a little bit more clip. Go ahead, mistaken.
I kind of I think what Viz, partially what he's saying may be true for some women, but I think the perspective for other women may be kind of like, in my Maxine Waters voice, reclaiming their time, right? In their singleness. In the fact that a lot of times women um, are in relationships. In their relationships, they are serving, right? Most of the time in their relationships, they're the ones that are doing a lot of the serving and the giving and the sacrificing. And I'm speaking from like, and this comes to mind is like, I was recently, my mom was over here yesterday and we were talking. So this is where this is coming from, looking at things from her perspective. She was married, had children, um, and most of the weight of taking care of husband, family, children fell on her. So a lot of that support to the husband, support to the kids, feeding the husband, just, in all areas, it was servitude, right? As her role in the home. And when her and my dad divorced, it was a space now for her to figure out the things that mattered to her, because she always had to put her family, she always put her family first and lost sight of who she was, just basic stuff like what makes me happy, right? Outside of just my children. And so it was a reawakening of learning who she is, what makes me happy, what do I like, what I don't like, just basic stuff that I guess people take for granted. And so I think when what you hear as being selfish in a time of singleness, for some women, it's more along the lines of like, now I'm figuring out the things that I enjoy as opposed to always doing the things that others enjoy. And then when you begin to learn those things, you can then go into the next relationship with having a better or firmer understanding of asking for the things that you need. That was kind of like those, based on a conversation that I was having with my mom, what I got from that.